And you know this because you also noticed the changes. You felt it when he didn't reply to one of your messages. You understood when one of his smiles wasn't sincere. You're not imagining things. You sensed that something was wrong. His energy was like a wrecking ball, falling apart every time he saw you get up and move on. This person feels deep pain seeing you shine without him. In his mind, you became the living proof that he wasn't the man he thought he was. He wishes you would fail just to comfort his own insecurity. Feeling powerless, he hides behind excuses, saying he needs time, but what he really needs is to face the reality. You don't need him, and that eats him up inside. Meanwhile, you've risen again. You took actions that he never imagined you would take. You became stronger, more independent, and that left him without a ground to stand on. He watches your achievements, every step you take toward a better future. You turned pain into strength, while he got lost in his weaknesses. He doesn't admit it, but the brutal truth is that he feels small next to you. He knew you were strong, but never imagined your strength would be such a devastating blow to his ego. That's why he doesn't seek contact. He prefers silence, even if that silence consumes him, because facing you, stronger than ever, is a constant reminder of his failures and insecurities. This person hides how much you affect him. He will never say that he is jealous of your freedom, but deep down he longs for a piece of the life that escaped him. He gets lost in thoughts, imagining how things would be if you were still together, but immediately blocks these thoughts out of fear that he will never get that chance again. Every work spreadsheet, every social commitment is an effort to bury what he feels, but the truth is, he knows that you are the one. The only one who touched his heart in a way no other could. And meanwhile, you live your life. You free yourself from the chains that tied you to him. You embrace new opportunities, new people, and new dreams. You are thriving while he remains stagnant, waiting and reminiscing about moments that will never come back. Your life no longer depends on how he feels. You moved on, and that is your victory. But the truth is in the air, isn't it? You already knew that. You always knew he still thinks about you, but the question is, does it matter now? Because while he remains lost in his own insecurity, you have become the force that never needed him to be strong, and that haunts him. While you rise and move on with your life, this person is killing himself with fear. With each passing day, he realizes that you not only moved on but have become stronger and more confident, and that hits him like a punch in the gut. He expected you to crumble, but you didn't. You rebuilt yourself. He is haunted by your resilience, and it makes him feel he is no longer worthy of you. You know this because his silence speaks. The absence of messages, the lost looks, and the way he avoids you on social media are full of hidden meanings. You felt it when you started to get carried away by your own life, as if he were a shadow that was once important, but now is just a remnant of the past. This person said he needed time, but in reality, he just didn't want you to move on. He is scared. Scared to see that you, who used to be essential to him, are now living without needing him. He can't handle that. Every step you take away from him is a direct blow to his pride. This person doesn't understand that while he is still trapped in his insecurities, you are flourishing. He feels that tightness in his chest every time he remembers you. He is constantly revisiting memories, the way you smiled, the deep conversations you had, the support you offered when he needed it most. And now, as he sees you moving on, he is angry at himself, angry for losing the chance to be by your side. Meanwhile, you are creating new experiences, living new adventures, and surrounding yourself with people who truly value you. He watches. He convinces himself that everything is fine, that you are not thinking about him, but deep down, he knows he is wrong. He knows that what you have built is a life he wanted to share, but fear kept him away. This person is surrounded by distractions, trying to fill the void you left. He goes out with other people, makes jokes, tries to seem uninterested, but deep down, he is lost. No one compares to you. He doesn't find the connection you had with anyone else. The laughter by your side, the complicity, all of that is unmatched. He hides it, of course. The image he tries to project is of someone who has moved on, but you know that's not true. You saw the signs. In those moments when you planned to go out and all he did was stay in a corner of the bar, drinking and looking at his phone as if waiting for a message from you. He said he was okay, but that's not everything. You're not imagining things. That expression on his face, that distant look, everything reveals how much he still cares. And even if he tries to belittle everything he felt for you, the truth is that he carries the weight of unsaid words. Every "I can't" that came out of his mouth was a barrier he built to avoid confronting what he really felt. He feels the need for your validation, but he is so trapped in his insecurities that he doesn't know how to ask for it back. Now you are in a new phase. You've made your choices. You've created new expectations and allowed yourself to be happy without depending on him. Meanwhile, he remains stuck in the past, wondering what he could have done differently. And the brutal truth is, he knows he should have fought. He had everything within reach, but uncertainty and the fear of opening up prevented him from moving. With each passing day, the chance of having him by your side grows smaller, and you, on the other hand, remain steadfast. Your world revolves around new possibilities. He may look at your life and feel like he's in a movie where he is just a spectator, unable to change the plot. And although his pride keeps him silent, you know that this person still carries you in his heart. The pain doesn't end, and the truth remains. He doesn't know how to deal with the loss. Memories come and go, and no matter how much he tries to move on, you are a part of him that he can never forget. And even if he doesn't have the courage to express it, you already knew it. This person is lost amidst the confusion. He didn't expect you to become so strong. While you held your head high and moved on, he remained paralyzed, stuck in insecurities he never had the courage to face. He may have told himself that everything was fine, but in truth he's in an internal whirlwind of feelings that he doesn't know how to handle. He feels the pressure of your absence. The void you left is an open wound he tries to ignore. He tries to convince himself that he has moved on, but the truth is that he has become obsessed with who you have become. While you sleep, this person gets lost in thoughts of you, wondering how you managed to move forward without looking back, while he sank deeper into his own insecurities. And you know this because at some point you felt that something was wrong. You noticed the contradictions in his words. He said he needed space, but in reality he needed the courage to accept that you were everything he always wanted, and at the same time terrified him. You felt it when he started to pull away. That connection you had was unique, and he knew it. He's afraid to admit that you found a strength he never had, and it destroys him inside. He wants to come back, but guilt and pride hold him back. He said he needed time, but what he really needs is a truth he cannot face, that he lost the person who loved him the most. Meanwhile, you continue with your life. You are becoming who you were always meant to be, while he sinks further into his doubts. He watches you from afar, sees your achievements and your growth, but feels incapable of taking a step forward. The fear of not being enough is overwhelming. He tries to keep his mind occupied, but the silence screams your name every night. In the lonely early hours, he picks up his phone, looks at your photos, and wonders how he got to this point. He is with other people, going out, having fun, but nothing there is real. He tries to fool himself, but only feels emptier with each interaction. The truth is that he has already imagined you in various situations in his life. He has already idealized you by his side, waking up together, sharing simple moments, but it's just a fantasy that he cannot turn into reality. What he is hiding from you is the truth about how he feels. He still loves you. He doesn't know how to deal with it. What should be simple, saying he misses you, that he wants you back, becomes a tangle of emotions. The mask he wears is starting to crack, and he is afraid of everything that comes to light. Meanwhile, you continue to progress. You have already overcome the painful moments and hope that he will do the same, but the truth is he has been stuck in time. He looks to the past and misses what could have been, but doesn't know how to act. Time passes, and while you grow stronger, he sinks into his own inaction. He knows he's wasting every second. He knows life is short, and that opportunities don't come back. And you already knew that. You saw the signs, felt his absence. You know that while he watches you live, the one thing he cannot deny is that he lost the chance to be by your side. But none of this resolves anything. He remains trapped in fear and pride, while you live and grow. This is the brutal truth that everyone knows, but few have the courage to face. He is with you in thought, but far from you in every act, and you already knew that. He couldn't handle your evolution. While you move forward, he remains stuck in the past, trying to understand how you managed to strengthen and re-establish yourself. This person is feeling powerless, unable to maintain the control he thought he had over the situation. He watches your steps, certain that life has dealt him a blow he was not prepared to receive. While you sleep, this person is awake, filling his head with thoughts that torment him. He says he is happy, but the truth is he cannot get rid of the shadow that your strength projects. He talks to friends, pretends everything is fine, but deep down, he knows that the nights are long and silent, filled with regrets and doubts. And you know this because at some point, you realize that he was not as secure as he claimed to be. You felt it when he hesitated in his words, when his voice faltered while trying to assure you that everything was fine. He said he preferred to be alone, but the truth is he is scared. Scared that you won't look at him anymore, scared that you have realized you deserved more. This person feels that you were his safe haven, and he is not ready to admit it. He tries to replace you with others, but none of them bring the same comfort that you brought to his life. He distracts himself, but his mind keeps returning to you, and it consumes him. It's a constant contradiction. While he says he doesn't care, the truth reveals itself in every unsent message, in every photo of you he still keeps on his phone, in the good memories that haunt him. He tries to act as if he feels nothing, but the pain is screaming inside him. This person hides how much you still mean, how much he still misses you. He reflects on everything, on what he could have done differently, on the words he never said, on the promises he didn't fulfill, and the certainty that you are not coming back haunts him like a shadow. Meanwhile, you keep living, getting stronger, and rising up without looking back. Every step you take is a stab in his pride. He tried to convince himself that you didn't matter anymore, but every time he thinks of you, he can't avoid the bitterness of loss. He is stuck in a cycle of regret, reliving moments that will never come back. He still imagines you as part of his future, while the reality is that you are creating your own path far from the pain he caused. And you are starting to realize that you can be happy without him. You are discovering the strength within you, which devastates him because it makes him wonder what could have been different. And the truth is that you already knew this. You knew that your strength shook him in a way that even he can't understand. And now, while he gets lost in his own uncertainty, life goes on, and he watches you shine, not knowing how to go back and fix what was broken. This person is lost in thoughts about you. Every time he tries to move forward, something pulls him back. When you took a firm step and decided not to look back, it was a direct blow to his self-esteem. He never imagined that you would rise and find strength in yourself. It left him ungrounded. While you sleep, this person is awake, thinking of everything that could have been, looking at your photos, remembering moments he himself let slip away. He said that it wasn't the right time yet, but you know that's not true. What he really meant was that he wasn't ready to deal with the intensity that your presence brought. While you grow stronger, he feels small, and you know this because you felt it when he started to pull away. You noticed the change in his voice, the hesitation in his words. You sensed that something was different, but even so you decided to move forward, not because you didn't care, but because you realized you were fighting alone. He comforts himself with the idea that everything is fine, that he can erase you from his memory. But deep down, he knows that's not how it works. This person feels a tightness in his chest every time he sees you living the life he thought you could have had together. While he keeps himself busy with trivialities, in reality, he wants more than that. He distracts himself, seeks new adventures, but it's all a facade. No one measures up to you. He even gets involved with others, but deep down, he knows that none of it compares to you. The connection you had was unique. He said he would need space. In reality, this person was just running away from the truth, running away from the fact that what he had with you was real and intense, and that terrified him. Pride, insecurity, all of this made him hesitate, and the more you advanced, the more he retreated. Now he finds himself trapped in a cycle of regret and doubt. Meanwhile, you continue with your life. With each step you take, you realize you are stronger, more determined, and that hurts him more than you can imagine. You are not imagining this. Each new achievement of yours is a reminder of what he let slip away, and while he pretends that everything is fine, in reality, he is in despair. He's wondering if he can still go back, if there's still time to reverse the situation, but with each passing day, that seems more impossible. The truth is that this person is battling his own demons. He misses the affection, the connection, the understanding that only you could offer, and the fact that you are doing well without him puts him in a spiral of insecurity. He feels belittled, not because you don't love him, but because he couldn't be the man you needed. While he pretends to be happy, he's reluctant to accept what he really feels. He's afraid to come to you and find the door closed, to discover that time does not wait for him. He knows he messed everything up, and carrying that burden is heavy, and he wishes you knew that, wishes he had enough courage to say it, but pride holds him back. And you move forward, building the life you deserve. Each step is an affirmation of the strength you have found. You feel good, but sometimes you wonder if he still thinks about you. The truth is, somewhere inside him, you still hold a vital space, but he doesn't know how to deal with that. He doesn't know how to be vulnerable after having built such high walls, and in the end the pain is real for both. While you move forward, he finds himself stagnant, dying of longing. Each passing day is a missed opportunity, and both know it, but his shame and fear won't let him act. And so, life goes on. You grow stronger. He watches. And in the end, both are trapped in this strange dance of unresolved feelings. And you already knew that. And if this resonated with you, don't let this message die here. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you don't miss the next videos, share it with that person who needs to hear this, and leave a like if you felt this truth in your heart. See you in the next one.